Hey, what's going on, everyone? It's Nick here for PB Productions, or X-Raptors, and today we got ourselves a game of Sabotage on Villa. Now, this gameplay is pretty old, actually, and I'm using this as a basis for one of the topics of today's pretty quick video, which is the FAMAS patch. But before we get into that, let me just say I hope this sounds so much better than it used to. I'm on a new mic. The actual specs will be in the description, but a quick overview because we're kind of short on time. The microphone is a RE320 variable D dynamic carotid microphone, and I'm using the Alesis IO2 Express interface and routing that to my computer. But anyways, let's get kind of into the gameplay, kind of not into the gameplay. But the main topic, as far as tryhards go, is that we kind of had a loss this week. They've decided to patch the FAMAS, which is something that even as a competitive player, people have been saying this gun is overpowered, And I think that the problem is that every Call of Duty game has had that gun, or those guns, that, you turn to, because you know that they're, more powerful, right? You go back to the COD 4 days, you had the MP5, the AK-74U, the AK-47, like all these guns, it's pretty much all you see, right? There was a time where you couldn't go in a search without having every single person be running, the MP5 Red Dot or the MP5 Silencer. Modern Warfare 2, we can kind of overlook that because, let's be honest, everything was overpowered in Modern Warfare 2. But, obviously the UMP-45 was the god of the Modern Warfare 2 guns. And then came Black Ops, and everybody was crying, this is going to be better. Oh, I forgot World at War, the MP40 dual mag. Anyways, that was kind of a jump back. But this game came out and they're like, oh, this is going to be so balanced. And for the first couple of months, yeah, everything was perfect. We found that everything was balanced. The gameplay was cool, because it was a new game, right? And it's kind of how every Call of Duty worked. For the first, 2-3 months, it's the best game on the freaking planet. And then, after that, people figure things out. And this game, we quickly found out that Ghost was overpowered as shit. And this FAMAS, you see these long shots that I'm getting. The patch, actually, its main effect that I've seen is that hitting shots like this where they're spawning all the way over there and I can just full auto and just fucking blast them, that's a lot harder to do now because the gun has a recoil now, as opposed to literally absolutely no recoil that this thing basically had. Well, it had a little bit of recoil, but it was so controllable that it basically had no recoil. The new recoil, from what I've found from gameplay, is that it's a lot like the ACR, and that it has a back kick and then a slight up kick, which for short to mid range it doesn't matter because if you're aiming for the chest, the kick will automatically kick up to their head, and you'll end up getting headshots 80% of the time. But for the mid to the long ranges, especially towards the longer ranges, getting these accurate shots became just a little bit more difficult than it was before. I don't think this patch was as extreme as some people were making it out to be. They were saying, it's going to be the end of the FAMAS, and you're not going to see, FAMAS on FAMAS gameplay from the competitive players anymore. And I've played game battles and stuff since this thing was patched, and you still, it's been FAMAS on FAMAS pretty much the entire time. For pubs, though, obviously, people now use different guns. Well, you're starting to see more guns being used. You hear more than just the FAMAS being fired now when you play public matches. But, obviously, still things like Team Deathmatch, which I completely stopped playing because of Black Ops, because all you get is people camping in corner with ghosts and claymores, and let's not even get into that. So this video is actually wrapping up. It was a pretty good score. I only died once, and I think I got 21 kills, so yeah, it's pretty good gameplay. This is short because the next video I'm kind of saving for something. And we're going to talk about some Modern Warfare 3 stuff in the next video, and if you guys want me to play anything, let me know in the comments. But this is pretty much wrapping up, so thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you guys sometime later.